Today at FullOnDrums.com, it's all about Glen Sobel! I'm sitting here with Glen Sobel today, a good buddy of mine and a fantastic drummer, and we're going to record some crazy stuff. But before we blow your minds, Glen, can you tell us a little about yourself?
Okay, in a 30-second brief window here, going backwards, I've been playing with Alice Cooper the last almost 2 years. We've gone all over the world, played like hundreds of shows. It's been a really great gig. Before that, the tour I did was filling in for a good while with Vasco Rossi in Italy. He's like Bruce Springsteen times 10 over there. It was all stadiums and arenas. That was a great experience. Before that, played a little bit with Nikki Sixx's side band 6 a.m. American Idol finalist Elliot Yamin. That was a cool pop R&B kind of gig. He had a huge hit in 07, 08. A lot of guitar shredders before that. Tony McAlpine, Chris Impellitteri, Jennifer Batten. A lot of notes played. Didn't get paid by the note, but it was a really rich experience. All these gigs, they've really like tied together in a weird way, and it shows you how everything's connected musically and business-wise. So it's been a good ride so far.
You have a gorgeous sounding kit with you today. Can you tell us a little about that?
Mapex Saturn, yeah. I got the 22x18 kick. I got the 12x10 rack, 13x11 rack, two 16x16 floor toms. One's tuned a little lower than the other. 14x16 floor tom on the left. I got the Sabian metal with me. I've got the AAX stage crashes and explosion crashes. Got the AA medium ride, which I'm loving, and the Holy China. It's been really sounding nice. Playing Regal Tip sticks, been with them a real long time. And
what about the heads? What's on the top and bottoms?
Evans, G2s on the top, G1s on the bottom, usually G-Mads or E-Mads on the batter side of the kick.
Can't go wrong.
That's becoming like industry standard. Yeah.
All right, now you know what he's going to play. Let's go see what we're going to mic it with. To capture the kick, we have an MXL A55 about 3/4 of the way in the drum. It's running through a Chandler Limited TG channel with a little bit of EQ. On the outside, we have an Audio-Technica 4047 about 4 inches away from the head. It's running through a Chandler Limited Germanium and a 622B Orban EQ for a little bit of bump in the low end. On the top of the snare, we have a Heil Sound PR22 running through the Chandler Limited TG channel with a little bit of EQ. On the bottom, we have a Shure Unidyne 357 running through the Golden Age Project Pre-73. On the rack toms and the first 16-inch floor tom, we have the Heil Sound PR28s, all running through the Golden Age Project Pre-73s with a little bit of EQ from the SSL plugin. On the hats, we have an AKG 451B with the 10 dB pad and the 150 Hz roll-off. It's running through the MXL MPAC 01. For the 14-inch and the second 16-inch floor tom, we have Heil Sound PR30s, both running through Golden Age Project Pre-73s, with a little bit of EQ from the Waves SSL plugin. Our overheads today are a pair of Mojave Audio MA201 FETs, both running through the Overstayer channel amp with a touch of EQ on the top end. And lastly, for our room mics, we have a pair of Audio-Technica 4050s running through the Overstayer channel amp. They're about 13 feet in front of the kit, 9 feet up in the air, and pointed at the wall. A huge thanks to Glen Sobel for being on the show today. Brother, you sound fantastic.
Thank you so much for having me on. This was a whole lot of fun. You're an awesome drummer yourself, and it's killer to have a drummer behind the mixing board. We speak the same language. It makes things flow real easy.
You know who drives the bus? We do.
Yep.
And a huge thanks to Michael Miller, Glen's Tech, for tuning things up and getting things sounding fantastic. Big shout out to Chandler Limited for the TG channels, as well as Mojave Audio for the MA201 FETs we used on the overheads. Be sure to go to fullondrums.com where you can download the full bandwidth multi-track files of everything you've just heard. And check out past episodes, interviews, articles, news, and reviews from around the drumosphere. So until next time, keep it on 10.